You can stop hating lawyers now. There's actually a way for you to cash in on lawsuits, and the payouts can be huge. It's called alternative litigation financing, a fancy name for a simple investment.
Wealthy investors and funds invest cash to finance lawsuits likely to produce windfall judgments or settlements, everything from patent fights to divorces of the rich and famous.
If they win the case, they get a slice of the payout.
3 of these kinds of funds have already become publicly traded companies whose shares anyone can buy. Burford is one of them and focuses on commercial cases.
In 2012, on the investment recoveries that we saw that year, we saw a 61% return on invested capital in those cases.
Here's how it works for commercial claims. Firms investing in lawsuits raise money from investors and investment funds. A team of litigators then screens and picks big commercial cases, almost like a stock analyst, for ones they think have the potential for big awards, typically antitrust, intellectual property, and contracts. That due diligence can cost as much as $100,000. They then extend several $1 million to their client. If their client wins or settles a case, they get a slice of the payout. If their clients lose, they lose everything. Last November, industry pioneer IMF Australia scored when the clients it funded, a group of local councils, won a landmark lawsuit over junk derivatives against Standard & Poor's and ABN AMRO. The judge awarded the plaintiffs $29 million for losses and damages.
Small investors can take part by buying stocks of 3 firms. Burford and Juridica do a lot of their investing in the U.S. but trade in London. IMF trades in Sydney.
All 3 stocks are far outperforming their country's broader stock indices this year. IMF and Juridica have gained more than 20%. Risks include timing and liquidity. It can take years for a court decision or settlement. Burford and Juridica receive very thin coverage from the analyst community, and trading is thin. Burford typically gets tens of thousands of trades a day.
In the future, you may have more investment choices. Think tank RAND predicts that as word gets out about the sector's double-digit returns, banks and insurers may get into the game and pay to court investors.